Imagine this. You wake up, live your normal life, go about your day, take care of your home, and then one afternoon, your phone rings. It's the bank. Ma'am, your mortgage hasn't been paid in 3 months. You think there must be some mistake. You call your husband, the one who's handled all the household bills for the last 2 years. But when you dig deeper yourself, what you uncover shatters everything you thought you knew. Electricity unpaid for 6 months. Gas 6 months behind. Car insurance canceled 3 months ago. And the mortgage, the roof over your head, could be gone by July. The total? $17,000 in hidden debt. Hidden month after month, right under her nose. And when she asks her husband, how did this happen? His answer is so simple it breaks her heart. My new job wasn't paying enough, so I couldn't keep up. This story comes from a woman on Reddit who is still trying to figure out if this was just a financial mistake or something much bigger being hidden from her. If you think you fully know your partner, this video might make you think twice. So let's start from the beginning and go through the whole story. The woman at the center of this story is 27 years old. We'll call her Sarah, name changed for privacy. Sarah is an influencer, specifically focused on DIY and home renovation content. Her career has been doing well. Some months, she makes $6,000. Other months as much as $13,000. But like most content creators, her income is unpredictable. Some months are great, some are slow. Her husband, we'll call him Alex, had been dating her for 2 years before they got married just 2 months ago. After 2 years together, they felt it was time to settle down. Last fall, just a few months back, the couple bought a big house together. This wasn't a small decision. It was a major financial commitment. And they weren't the only ones living there. Sarah's sister and her boyfriend, along with Sarah's dad, also live in the house. They pay half the bills and help with chores and cooking. Keep that detail in mind, it becomes important later. From the start, there was an understanding between them. Alex would keep a stable job to cover the base bills, and Sarah would use her fluctuating influencer income for extras, renovations, lifestyle, savings. It seemed like a fair setup, each partner contributing according to their own strengths. But then life took a difficult turn. 8 months ago, Sarah's dad was diagnosed with stage 3 cancer. That kind of news shakes any family to its core. Sarah scaled back her work to take care of him. Content creation took a backseat. Family and health became the priority. At that time, Alex reassured her, "You take care of your dad. I'll handle the bills alone." And trusting her husband, Sarah handed that responsibility over to him completely. That moment is exactly where this story starts to take its real turn. 4 months ago, Alex got a job opportunity. His dad's friend offered him a position, but it was across the country. Alex took the opportunity and moved to the other side of the country. Sarah stayed behind caring for her dad, looking after their 2 dogs, living with her sister and her sister's boyfriend, while Alex sent money back home, as they'd agreed. But a few weeks later, Alex quit that job. Why? He said the salary wasn't good enough, and he missed home. So he moved back just a week before this whole story came to light. Up to this point, everything sounds fairly normal, right? A couple facing challenges, a health crisis, a job that didn't work out, trying to resettle. That's just part of life. But then came the day everything changed. 2 days before Sarah wrote this post, she got a call from the bank. They told her the mortgage payment had been missed for 3 months. Just imagine that moment. You pick up your phone thinking it's routine, and within seconds you realize the roof over your head is at risk. Something inside Sarah, call it intuition, a gut feeling, told her there was more to this story. And she was right. She started investigating on her own. And what she found was devastating: electricity and gas unpaid for 6 months. Car insurance canceled 3 months ago. And the mortgage 3 months behind. Altogether, by July, they'd owe roughly $17,000. Sarah wrote in her post, "I crashed out." Can you imagine that feeling? The person you trust the most, the one you handed your financial responsibilities to, hid this from you for months. When Sarah called Alex, he wasn't home at the time. What did he say? His explanation was that his new job didn't pay well enough, so he fell behind on the bills. Now let's really look at this. Is that a valid reason? Or just an excuse? A few things raise questions here. First, if money was tight, why didn't Alex tell Sarah? They're a couple. If there's financial struggle, that's a conversation that should happen immediately, not something the bank has to reveal first. Second, Sarah's own family was also sending money. Their mortgage was $5,000 a month. Sarah's family sent Alex $2,000, plus half the utilities. So the question is, where did that money go? Alex claimed the money was going toward catching up on bills because before Sarah discovered the situation, it was apparently even worse. In other words, according to him, he was already making some progress before he got caught. But there's another detail that deepens the suspicion even more. Last month, the power suddenly went out at the house. Alex told Sarah it was a power outage, the kind that happens randomly, maybe from weather. But later, Sarah found out it wasn't random at all. The electric company had cut the power themselves because the bill hadn't been paid. Alex admitted it took half his paycheck to get it turned back on. So he told a lie. A believable, plausible lie. The kind that doesn't raise suspicion at all because a power outage could happen to anyone, from weather or a technical glitch. It was smooth enough that Sarah didn't suspect anything at the time. And that's what stings the most. This wasn't just financial mismanagement, it was active concealment. A pattern. Sarah admitted this herself in her post. Alex has a habit of hiding things, usually small things, before this. And she always has to investigate to find out the truth. Think about that for a second. A relationship where you constantly have to play detective just to learn the truth. Is that a sign of a healthy relationship? When Sarah realized she needed $17,000 and time was running out, she thought about who could help. She called her mother-in-law, someone she didn't have the best relationship with to begin with. Sarah cried on the phone, and her mother-in-law immediately sent $15,000. Sarah covered the remaining $3,000 from her own account. Up to this point, it sounds like a supportive family stepping in, but then the mother-in-law said something that shifted the entire mood of the story. Sarah told her mother-in-law she'd pay her back. Her mother-in-law refused, saying to just consider it part of Alex's inheritance. But then she said one more thing, and this is the line that stopped thousands of Reddit readers in their tracks. She told Sarah that from now on, Sarah should take over the bills, because this is his one major flaw. Let that sink in for a second. His one major flaw. Those words came from the mouth of a mother who knows her son better than anyone. And what do those words confirm? They confirm this isn't the first time. This is a pattern, and maybe Alex's mother already knew about it. In the comments after this post hit are popular, and thousands of people read it. One comment got the most upvotes. Did you not hear his mom? This is his one major flaw. It will 10,000 happen again. Other commenters reacted even more strongly. One user wrote that if someone can hide $17,000, there's likely an addiction involved, and his mother might be covering for him. Makes you think, doesn't it? Is this really just financial irresponsibility? Or is there something deeper still hidden that hasn't come out yet? Sarah wrote in her post that they're okay for July between her income and her mother-in-law's help. They managed to cover everything, but her own income is inconsistent. She saved them this month, but there's no guarantee for the next. Alex is now job hunting. He's applying to become a patrol officer and wants to do landscaping on the side. But there's a question sitting heavy in Sarah's mind. Will that be enough? Sarah wrote, his plate is lighter and mine is heavier. That line says a lot. Whenever a big crisis hits in family or someone else swoops in to rescue the situation, it brings short-term relief, but in the long run, the person who made the mistake carries less responsibility, and everyone else carries more of the weight. Sarah herself is conflicted. She wrote, I don't know if I should just forgive this and settle. I always thought I'd be living a better life with a better manual. And then a line that struck a chord with so many readers. I wish I had my mom to tell me what to do. That line hit home for a lot of people, because financial trust issues aren't just about money, they're about emotional support, guidance, and having someone in your corner. And without that support, a person starts questioning themselves, am I making the right decision? When this post went viral, thousands of people shared their opinions. Let's go through a few of the standout reactions. One highly upvoted comment read, this is a huge breach of trust. $17,000 is an insane amount of debt to hide from your spouse. Fear can make us do crazy things, but that's a reason, not an excuse. The same comment went on to say that if Alex doesn't immediately find ways to fix the trust he broke, this relationship might not survive. That commenter said if they were in Sarah's shoes, they'd probably walk away. Another commenter got straight to the point, with a bit of dark humor, he's great, except for the lying and almost getting the house foreclosed on. And you two bought a house with a $5,000 mortgage? In this economy? That comment brought some humor into it. But it also raised a valid point. Was their financial planning risky from the start? A big house, a big mortgage, and relying so heavily on one stable income while the other partner's income was so unpredictable. Overall, the mood in the community was clear sympathy for Sarah and deep suspicion about Alex's intentions and his pattern of behavior. Let's step back from the story for a moment and look at the bigger picture. What can we take away from all of this? Number 1, financial transparency isn't optional. When two people get married, especially when they buy a house together, financial transparency isn't a luxury, it's a necessity. No matter how hard it is to talk about money problems, hiding them causes far more damage. Number 2, small lies are never really small. Sarah herself said Alex had a habit of hiding things before usually small things. The lesson here is that a pattern of hiding things, no matter how minor it seems at first, can grow over time. Trust is like a muscle. If it keeps getting tested and keeps failing, eventually it fails a much bigger test too. Number 3, being rescued by family is a double-edged sword. When Sarah's mother-in-law sent the money, it solved the immediate crisis, but it also removed an important lesson in accountability. When there are no consequences, a person doesn't get the chance to learn from their mistakes either. Number 4, don't ignore your gut feeling. Sarah wrote that she had a spidey sense that something wasn't right. That intuition, sometimes it arrives before logic does. If you ever feel like something's being hidden from you, don't brush that feeling aside. Number 5, he's great in every other aspect. That line deserves a second look. This phrase comes up so often in relationship stories. People say, he's good at everything. This is just one issue. But the truth is, if that one issue is big enough to risk losing your home, it can't be minimized as just one flaw. This is the question on thousands of people's minds, and probably yours too. Let's look at a few possible directions, not as a final judgment, but as things worth considering. Option 1, couples counseling. If Sarah wants to stay with Alex, professional help where both of them can openly talk about their feelings, their fears, and their financial habits could be an important step. Option 2, building a system of complete financial transparency. Joint accounts both partners can access, regular financial check-ins, and immediately discussing any major financial decision or problem. These steps could help rebuild trust. Option 3, protecting her own financial independence. Whether the relationship continues or not, it's important for Sarah to have her own financial safety net, her own savings, her own emergency fund, so if a situation like this happens again, she can take care of herself. Option 4, taking time to observe. Some would argue that making a huge decision just 2 months into a marriage is difficult. Maybe Sarah needs to give Alex time to prove through actions, not just words, that he's truly willing to change. Each option comes with its own pros and cons, and only Sarah really knows what's in her heart and how much she's invested in this relationship. So that's the full story, one that touched millions of people. Because it's not just about one couple's problem. It's about trust. It's about honesty. And it raises the question, when we love someone, do we forgive their mistakes? Or do we lose ourselves because of them? If you were in this situation, what would you do? Would you give Alex another chance? Or do you believe that once trust is broken, it never fully comes back? Let us know your thoughts in the comments. And if you enjoyed this video, make sure to subscribe so we can keep bringing you more real-life stories like this one, stories that make us think and remind us how unpredictable life can be. See you in the next video. Until then, take care of yourself and stay honest with the people you love.